And he doesn't need preseason games to get ready, Skip. But I would like to see him play at least one game. Not the whole game, but maybe give him 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
That's all we need, 5.
5?
5. Put 5 on it, Bron. That's all we need.
And out.
Skip, he's 33 years of age with probably 38-year-old minutes. 38-year-old minutes
That's
on his
true.
leg.
I'll give you that.
The 8 straight finals, that's basically he's played almost another season in playoff games in the last 8 years. So I get it. But I just want to see him just play. I just want to see him out there. I don't want to see what it looks, because I can't believe it. I mean, I know it's going to happen. I know he's a Laker for the next 3 years for sure. He got a 4th-year option. I know that, Skip. But I just want to see it one time early.
You realize the tickets, unprecedented demand for preseason tickets for Laker games? Yeah. I think they're almost all sold out. There's 6 of them. Last 2 against Golden State.
Okay, and your point is, what's your point you're trying to get at, Skip?
And you're only going to play 5 minutes? Do you owe these new fans something?
The same thing Tom Brady owes them when he missed all these preseason games. When he doesn't play the first game, Jenny, when he doesn't play the last preseason game, do they not sell tickets for preseason to see Tom Brady?
He played an entire half of Game 2 and Game 3. I was stunned. He played twice as much as Dak Prescott played, and he's 41 years of age. It was unbelievable how many minutes he played.
I'm just asking you a simple question.
Snaps. You took 69 preseason snaps to 39 for Dak.
Wow.
But
69
what
to
you're
39?
doing is that I'm asking you, do they sell tickets in New England in the preseason?
But everybody knows that that's the deal.
Okay, so everybody knows LeBron James not playing in the preseason.
Has he been a Laker for years now? Has he been here for 60 years?
They never seen him play? They never seen him play?
Not in that uniform.
He gonna be in it.
Yeah. Although he probably just go skins, right? When is he even going to wear it?
Whoa!
I don't know.
Skip, y'all look. Like you always ask me, are you jealous? Are you jealous? Because
I'm not.
He like 4% body fat?
I am not.
He 4% body fat,
think
Skip?
he's lower than I am.
I think he's lower than you.
So, back to the question at hand. This is just shameful because this just closes my case that Hollywood James, that's Ginny T's nickname, and I like that one. I'm going to adopt that one. Hollywood James came to Hollywood for mostly Hollywood. LeBron James wanted to take 1 year off from pressure and expectation, and I cannot blame him for that. He didn't play, I think he played in 1 preseason game a year ago, but he had a bad ankle through the camp. And remember, that was his 4th year with all those teammates. So he had a couple of new ones last year, but not many. And I think he pretty much knew the vibe of the team. His chemistry was pretty good already established with those Cleveland Cavaliers. And the stunning part of this is, I'll bet I could count on one hand how many times LeBron James showed up at the El Segundo practice facility of the Los Angeles Lakers before camp started. There's no way he could have been here because he was in Italy, and then he was in Germany, and then he was
How you know that man's
France.
itinerary?
It's public.
No, it's not public. It is not public.
No, I read about it night after night. And he was in Vegas at least 3 times, and he was in New York for Fashion Week, and I could go on and on and on because he was the busiest man in pro basketball, except not with his team.
Wasn't Tom Brady at the Met? He showed up at the Met.
True.
See, he's been a Patriot all the way, and these are all the same teammates. He didn't have many new teammates.
Is Sonny Michel new?
Yeah,
Is Cordell Patterson new?
Yeah. I'm sure he had some throwing.
No. I can assure you. Did he? Hold on.
Yeah.
When he was in the
So why are we changing the subject from the best player in basketball? That's what you tell me.
You just told me Tom Brady's the best player in football.
So just think of what LeBron just did. He joined a team with a bunch of kids and a bunch of spare parts, right? And has he worked with them on the floor? Have they worked to develop their chemistry in the preseason? They have not. And is he going to play 1 minute with them in a real preseason basketball game where you actually go 5-on-5 and you can feel the vibe of he likes the ball here and he wants it here? And
Bro, I know where they like it.
Oh,
he done studied them on tape. Hold on. Didn't Magic Johnson tell you?
Lord
hold on. Magic, since you like to read so much and you study, do your homework, Magic Johnson said, he said, well, LeBron broke his whole team down before he can get it out of his mouth. Did Magic Johnson say that? Yeah. You love Magic Johnson.
I do.
Okay,
it's one thing to watch tape, and it's a very different thing to actually feel what teammates are like on the floor.
LeBron, no, he done played against them. He know what they like.
It's clear to me, and I'm fine with this, but this is all about his individual goals this year, not his team goals, because he can't have any team goals.
Yes, he does.
So he got himself ready to play, and I think he sounds like he's 100% healthy, which is huge in year 16, and I think he's ready.
Stop putting emphasis on that.
I think he's ready to make a run at this year's MVP. I would not be surprised at all if he wins it.
He gonna win it.
Somewhat at the expense of his young and spare part teammates, because they don't matter. They're just going to go along for the ride. And if they're the 8th seed, it's no big deal, because there's no expectation here. Is there any expectation?
I love you saying this. So does Tom Brady have spare parts?
So what we're talking about LeBron James here.
Because but what you do, you try to turn it into it. He should play at least in the preseason. These people paid all these money for these tickets.
No, it's not even that. If you're hell-bent to make this team the best it can be, you should play a half of every preseason game.
So playing in the preseason quantifies like how good someone's going to be in the regular season.
Sure, with all new teammates. All new. Everybody. He's played with none of these players before. Not one of them.
There's really no correlation between. I've seen teams go 0-4 in the preseason and go on and have great success.
But you haven't seen a superstar join a bunch of kids and spare parts and say, here we go, let's go win the championship. But what did he say 2 days ago? We're a long way from Golden State, because he wants to disqualify the pressure and expectation. Don't say we're going to be the surprise team, we're going to surprise a lot of people, because that would start to rebuild this pressure and expectation.
Why would LeBron say
none? He wants none.
Skip. Everybody's a long way from Golden State.
Oh, please. If you're the best player on the planet,
best player,
you could at least say we're going to surprise a bunch of people.
Versus best players.
He's saying I'm not going to play. He's saying I don't want to play anything.
That's why he's not going to play.
Think about it. Those Golden State players, they'll play a little bit.
So
they'll play you got 2 shots at Golden State in 2 preseason games to wrap it up. Game number 5 and game number 6.
Yes.
Wow. You could go out there and some of the kids, some of the spare parts, and you could start to vibe and say, you know what, we could do this, we could do that. They got to learn you too, because you're hard to learn.
Well, you got to hear the thing, Skip. You got to be careful, looking at yourself through the eyes of someone else, regardless of what Golden State does. That has no bearing on what we do. Now, he's made it abundantly clear, and I want you to leave this alone. He ain't playing.
Okay.
He made it crystal clear.
Yeah. What does that tell you? What's your takeaway?
He tell me he gonna be.
This is all about him, not them. That's what this year's about. Him, not them.
Oh, so let me ask you a question. When Brady doesn't play in the preseason, is it all about him and not them?
He did play. I just told you, at age 41.
Not game 1.
Well, nobody played. Nobody played.
I'm not talking about nobody.
He played, wait a minute, 69 snaps, and you're telling me LeBron's going to play 0?
So let me ask you a question. I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correct.
69.
So LeBron James will be the only NBA player that won't play or play minimal in the preseason.
I know he's the only one who's got all new teammates.
I know he's the only one. So what other player in the NBA is LeBron James?
Well, he's the best player on the planet.
Then. Oh, there you go. That's what
I'm just quoting you. I don't agree with that, but
he ain't playing.
Yeah. All about him, all about
Don't
Hollywood.
do that, Skip.
So you take the offseason.
LeBron James is the least selfish player you've ever met.
Dedicate the offseason to Hollywood.
No, he does.
To chasing Michael B. Jordan. Then
he dedicated this offseason to getting the best possible shape he could possibly be in.
So that he can excel, not we can excel. That's the bottom line.
There can be no team success without individual success. So how successful would their team in Chicago would have been had Michael Jordan not been Michael Jordan? How successful, Skip Bayless?
If Michael Jordan had joined this team, he'd play every preseason game because he just likes to play.
He did.
And
did you see him in Washington?
He played all 82.
Did you see him in Washington?
All 82.
Did you see him in Washington?
10 times.
Are we going to disregard Washington?
I didn't care about Washington.
Why not?
He was 6-0 in the finals.
Well, you shouldn't care about this. You shouldn't care about this. He's the Lakers.
Yeah, because he's 3-6 in the finals.
Yeah, no.
He's chasing MVPs, and that's fine.
No. Skip.
What did Michael play like? 10 times he played all 82, and LeBron finally did it last year.
If the dog's riding in the car, why does he chase it? LeBron's in the front.
Oh.
He don't need to chase Jordan. He ain't past him.
He's driving.
Yeah.
I love dogs driving cars.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, my dogs don't chase cars.
Really?
Yeah. They be riding in the front.
They're house dogs.
No, they ride in the front seat.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
I can just picture you cruising around with all 3 in the back, hanging out. Okay, enough on dogs. We're leaving it for now.
About to pull up.